Hi everyone, this is Andy. My YouTube channel is Andy Amazon Advocate. Today I have a good friend. He's Aaron, and now it's like in Singapore, it's like at 10 p.m. What time is it over at your side now?
It's 10 a.m. I'm in the East Coast in Florida. Lovely, beautiful, sunny Florida, and it is 10 a.m.
All right. Thank you so much for accepting the interview. So maybe Aaron, you can introduce us to yourself and what do you do?
Absolutely. So my name is Aaron Cordovez. I have a couple of businesses, and my purpose really is to help, at least right now, this company, I have several, right? So we have a consumer-focused brand, right, which is for customers, right? And what we do is we have home products that make people feel happy in their home, in their houses. And we're pushing in that company, we're pushing happiness, right? We're pushing happiness for people. Products should be happy. They should be enjoyable. When we created the first private label company, my wife and I in 2015, I didn't want to just like take money from the market, right? It's not like this is not a get rich quick scheme, right? This Amazon industry, it's not about, hey, how can I get money from these people? No, you need to figure out how you serve somebody. What can you do for somebody better than someone else? And I was like, I don't know what I could do better. Okay. But I said, I'm gonna at least try and get a product that's a little bit better. And I tested the crap out of this product, okay? We tested like 20 different models. One's on Amazon, one's from Alibaba. We tested. So that company is to make people have greater, better products that make them happy. That's our private label. And then at some point I created Samurai Seller, which is a software. And I know I'm getting too into a long story from your first question, but anyway, we created software to make it easy for Amazon sellers to do that job, to bring great products into customers' hands.
Wow, thank you so much. If there are people who want to start Amazon now, what would be your best advice for them now? What do they need to look out for?
The best advice in your starting, right? There's two super important things that you need to know. One is until you have a product, any product, live and actually selling, you have not started your learning process, okay? When it's up on Amazon, you will see, you'll figure out what all these trainings that you did. What does it mean? What is the ad? How do you do it? How do you make a sale? What's your first sale? What's the review? All the importances, all the stuff that you studied in videos and everything, when you actually get it live and starting to sell, that's when you actually will understand what is Amazon, what is the purpose, okay? This image that you took from your phone, is it enough? Maybe it is. You're going to have so much more stuff, but the most important thing is getting the product live. That is, until you do that, you're nowhere on Amazon. So get it live, work hard, find a product, do something valuable, get it up. That's the first piece. Until you have it up, you cannot say you tried Amazon and you failed. If you did a course, you listened to a thing and you never got a product live, I'm sorry, you can't say anything. You can't even say you tried Amazon or even thought about it. Get it up, get it live. Number two is don't give up, okay?
No,
don't stop.
Yeah, sure. You can talk more, yeah, no more.
Yeah, okay, so you can't give up because if you get I know somebody, okay, their product selection, the first step is you need to have a product live. I know a guy who is selling a lot. I mean, tens of millions of dollars. He's probably, at this point, I think he sold over 100 million. But the way that he started on Amazon was, I don't know what product to pick. And most people get all crazy and they're like, oh my gosh, I need to do this and study this and buy this tool and do all this stuff. And oh my gosh, I've been picking a product for a year. This is what he did. He's like, here's a guy I know who sells on Amazon. I'll go ask him, what should my first product be? He went, okay, hey buddy, what product should I start with? And the guy said, this is a good category, and told him. That's how I picked his first product. And he said he's selling tens of millions of dollars, probably has already reached $100 million in sales. And that's why I picked this product. And that's the industry he's still in right now. Don't make it complicated. Stop being crazy. Get a product live, experience what Amazon is. And then guess what? It's like going to the gym, right? You might see somebody who's lifting a 300-pound bench press or something like that. No, you're not going to do that. And if you think you're supposed to do that on day one, you're mistaken. You're going to have baby steps. If you get one sale, you should have a party. Your first sale, that I remember I got my first sale like probably 5 days after I started. And I looked at the order and I go, it's not my cousin. It's not my mom. It's not my brother. I go, this is somebody who actually bought a product from me. Whoa, like this is amazing. Celebrate, because that is the first step. Okay. Selling to somebody that you've never met before, you don't know their name. That right there is a win. It's not, hey, I need to sell $100,000 tomorrow. So if you sell to somebody that you don't know, you've made progress and you've done more than the vast majority of people, more than 99% of the population. They've never sold on Amazon. So first is get your product live. 2, when you make your first sale, you're ahead of a lot of people and you don't give up. Keep learning. And of course, people who are listening to this are on your podcast or maybe my podcast or whatever. They're learning. Don't give up. Keep learning, make changes. And if you don't stop, that one sale becomes 5 sales, becomes 10 sales. And if you do the right things, that keeps growing and keeps growing. And if you do the wrong thing, just like if you stop going to the gym, guess what? If you stop going to the gym, you will not be able to bench press 200 pounds ever in your life. You'll never be able to run 5 miles. You'll never. So, but the opposite, I believe also to be true. If you don't stop and you keep learning and you keep trying and you make a better product and you try another product and you try another product, okay, and you read, I've on one of our best products now, it's like maybe the 4th best-selling, 5th best-selling, I don't know. But at the time it was our first product and it was the best-selling. I've tried more than 20 main images for that product.
Wow.
Because I go, okay, that didn't work. They change it. Oh my gosh, that brought up the sales like 1%, conversion rate, click-through rate. Okay, good. Another change. I hired 4 different photographers. In the end, there was one photographer who was pretty good. I tried renderings. I tried all different stuff. But that is, you're trying to lift weights. You go, I can't lift this weight. I can't do this thing right now. Well, let me do a change and can I get a little bit more sales? If you give up, then you're done and you lost. So don't give up before you pick the product, get it live. And then once it's up, keep doing things. You might find out, hey, this is the same product every single person has. And this is a bad model that people hate and they don't like it. Well, don't do that. Get the best model that exists. Maybe you can have it at a better price, whatever, figure it out. But if those 2 steps alone, you do that correctly, you figure it out, you'll become an amazing success on Amazon. Get a product live, don't give up before that step. And after it's live, keep learning, keep doing the thing, and you will eventually make it out, right? That's it. Get it up, don't give up. That's it.
True. I mean, I've seen so many people who think too much, they investigate too much, they study too much, they research too much, and they just keep on researching for like 1 or 2 years, and then they do nothing at all.
It's crazy. Yeah. It's absolutely ridiculous. Yeah.
And there's one thing that I respect, Aaron, is like he's still learning. He's learning every day, and I always see him on, like LinkedIn asking questions and things like that. And I think it's a wonderful thing because I also keep learning. And Amazon is an ever learn, forever keep on learning, journey that we cannot stop. Mm-hmm. Okay, so maybe I can ask you one last question, if you don't mind.
Sure.
Okay, when I was talking to you, I understand that you started about 6 years ago in doing Amazon. So 6 years ago, I mean, last time and now, what's the big difference that you can see in Amazon?
I would say the big difference. I remember when I started. And first, I want to say last thing. When you mentioned about that, I want to say a comment on the last question first.
Okay.
You said to people think too much and all that stuff. I know a person who I was on my podcast, Ecom Leaders, and I said there, I said, you know what? Pick a product today. Get started today. If you don't you should have started a year ago. You should have started 5 years ago, but no. Get off your ass, pick a product, start today. One person who was listening to that, they messaged me 9 months later and they said, I have a company now that's selling over $100,000 a month. Wow. Because that one day I listened to your podcast and I stopped and I got a product and I launched it and now it's doing amazing. And he's a spectacular guy. So don't get caught up in that, okay? You need to get moving. Do that. And if there's any lessons from this podcast, stop thinking, get a product, get it up right now. Okay, so that's it. So that's last question. Okay, now back to this question.
Okay.
The difference between then and now. I remember in about maybe 2016, I started 2015, and I talked to somebody in 2016 that had been selling really, 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 really well. And they had a product that at the time, they bought it for like $5 and it sold for $35. And they just got it. They sent it into Amazon and it was selling like 300 units per day like that. That was like in 2013, 2012, 2014, I forgot. It was earlier than me. They just like picked the product, put it up, did almost nothing. And the sales went crazy, right? True. I was like, what world is this guy living in? Like what? That's not how Amazon is, right? But what happened is, imagine before Amazing Selling Machine, before training, before anybody, Amazon was like that. There didn't exist like maybe a yoga ball. There was nobody listing yoga balls ever, but they had people searching. So the first person to put up a yoga ball They got a ton of sales and they didn't have to do anything. Back then, it was a race to get onto Amazon. Just get the product live, do something, and it's going to sell. Ding, 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 it's going to sell. Before, your ad placements, all the top rankings were all organic. They were not paid. You would just, Amazon picked who's there and that's it. Now, you can't even see any, the first top 10 spots are all paid ads. You no longer live in a world where you can just put a product up and it's going to sell magically. You now have to work. Okay, there's been hundreds of thousands of sellers, maybe even millions added since then. And they're smarter. They're smarter because when the marketplace gets bigger and more competitive, every product that you could think, well, not every product, sorry. Let's say 80%, 90% of all products are already on Amazon. There will be some exceptions, you know, maybe it's something from Asia that nobody ever thought of and it's, you know, popular in Asia, but not popular in the US. That could be a new product and maybe you'll have some easy sales, maybe. But most products, maybe 95, almost everything's already on Amazon. It will never be the same as before where you put up a product and you're selling 300 units because that product is already up there. There's already somebody there running ads. You're like, the importance of your skill is more important now than it ever has been. In the past 2013, you put a product up, you make money. So that guy that I was talking to that told me this story, his company was going less and less and less and less and less. And eventually he sold it because he had to. And he wasn't making enough profit. So yes, if you got lucky in 2014, it does not mean that you're still going to make it now. If you got lucky in 2012, well, that's good for you. But if you're not keeping up and getting smarter, learning ads, there's some competition that I go against. They never run ads ever. They were big in 2014. 2015, I saw them. They were the number one. I said, I'm going after them. They're now like number 30.
Wow.
And I'm number one. I'm actually number one and number two. I have two products, number one and number two. They're down to like number 30 because they don't run ads. They're just, our products are so good. People can come to us and they're going to find the superior product. Wrong, because that was true. It was true in 2014 when the top placements was not ad. Now you have this like a huge section of ads before you ever get to organic. You will not make it without becoming a pro at ads or having an agency or somebody that supports ads. If you're not doing a good job on Amazon, you no longer can make it. Back then, you could make it just by chance. Yeah.
True. This is so correct, and what you say is totally true. And I really thank you so much for your time. And you are also, you're also one of the speakers for my EXW 2021. So I hope to see you in September. And all the best to you. Thank you so much. Cheers.
Thanks so much, Andy.